Hope everybody's doing well. To another episode of It Is What It Is, and it's brought to you by yours truly, me. And the reason for this question, it's actually a good question, is it was asked is if you train at 100% all the time, how can you be better? Because in the street, you have to be at your maximum best. Let me kind of rationale that question, the maximum best. Let me put it to you this way. If I train at the school and I train at 100%, my hands up, I'm relaxed, I'm moving, I'm dodging, I have everything impact, whatever style that you're doing, okay? I'm focused, I'm training, I'm doing great technique, I am being relaxed in my motion, being 100%. Will that 100% transfer in the street? No. I'll tell you why. This right here is a training hall. If my 100%, for example, is this, in the street, I'm 25% less. Maybe I'm going to put my hands here. Maybe I'm here, a little bit lower. Now, if my hands are here, in the street, more likely they're going to be right here, and it's going to go on down the road. As soon as we step out of the training hall into the street, into a reality realm, whatever our 100% was, different people say it differently. Some people say minus 20%, minus 25%. I said minus 25%. You start off at a negative 25. Okay, so my 100% is 75 in the street just because of the mental state that I'm going to be in, the surprise, and everything else that's going on around, revolving around that situation. Now, what other negatives can we put into it? One, 10%, take away another minus 10% for environment. Okay? People say, what do you mean? I train barefooted. All right, now you have shoes on. Savat means shoes, so training with shoes, kicking with shoes and kicking without shoes are totally two different worlds and two different realms. Believe me. If you've never kicked with boots on, cowboy boots, try kicking with boots on when you're in a deep front stance or side. You're going to end up in the ground. Believe me. Okay? Most people will. Okay? Now, so take environment number one. Okay? Say you're getting into an entanglement, into a situation that you have to defend yourself, and you have a slick marble floor, a slick wooden floor, and you take a kick, and all of a sudden your shoe just goes from you. It's a different realm. Understand? You're in asphalt. You have leather sole shoes. Guess what's going to happen? You're going to slide if you do not know how to use your shoes properly. That's the difference between arts. Now, as a saboteur and the life that I've lived as a saboteur, and I've learned to use shoes as a primary weapon. That's what we do. That's what savat means. Shoe in Old French. Guys, we're here in Laredo, okay? And right now, Laredo is 108 degrees. I got the doors, I got the fans going. It's kind of cool, but we're still, I've been working out left and right, and I got another couple of more classes to teach. But that's just part of the game for being this type of instructor. But getting back on roll. Other negatives. How about clothing? If my opponent is wearing a thick leather jacket and I kick him, I'm not going to penetrate much, depending on the type of kick that you're using, depending on what you're using. That's going to muffle the blow. A lot of people like to wear tight jeans. Oh man, here I am with tight jeans. Well, guess what's going to happen to you? It's going to restrict. Maybe you're practicing high kicks and taekwondo, karate, savat, and all of a sudden you wear tight jeans. Your kick, instead of your kick going up here, it's probably going to be about right here. And it's probably going to be very sloppy because of the tightness of the jean that's going to constrict your movement. Face it. Okay? That's the way it is. Now, the opponent is wearing loose clothes, wearing boots, and you try to kick with a shin kick, and he blocks it with a shoe. That's what's going to happen to your shin. Bye-bye, sayonara, you're going to be in the ground. Okay? Again, you're in the negatives. So, 1, minus 25 automatically, and minus 10. That's already minus 35. Okay? You're at 65%. You're 100 in the street. Now, close. Take another 10% off. You're at minus 55. That's at your 100 when you train. So you're minus 55. How about this? That's just technical-wise and ability-wise, skill. Will is this much. If you do not have the will to defend yourself and into entanglement, that also has a scale. Okay? You might have 100% technique and 5% will of entanglement in the street. And you have a kid that has 45% technique and 100% will. Guess who's going to win? The person that has the will in the street. Okay? It was a great question. I hope I answered it. And I hope this was relevant to what a lot of people are training with. Remember, always train at 100% when you go in there. Always train to be the most technical ability that you can, both mechanically and structurally, and with power. If you're an intermediate student going into advanced levels, now start throwing in the power and the speed. But if you try to throw in power and speed when you're just learning, you're going to end up with a bunch of bad habits at the end. Again, it's up to your instructor. Till next time, much peace.